I was doing a lot of thinking about the way I've been feeling lately, and I've just been putting together the pieces of how I feel every single day because I'm always very aware of how I feel every single day. But sometimes I've noticed, especially as of late, I don't take the proper um, time to stop and just embrace how I'm feeling every single day. So, one of the things I've been thinking about heavy lately is how much I overthink everything, how self-aware I am about every single thing in life. People, places, things, in, environments, just like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like, you know that that dream that you have when you're a kid or like an early teenager where you're like, man, I can't wait to become an adult. Nobody can't tell me nothing. I can't wait to be grown so I can do my own thing. I don't gotta worry about nobody telling me shit. And then when you become an adult and you've been an adult for some years and you're like, you just you I don't know, it's like almost just like I realized too much. um and then the years start going by really really fast. um I'll use an example. Before I turned 18, I had this huge plan in my mind. So when I turn 18, I'm gonna have this and this done, and by the time I'm 21, I'll have millions of dollars. I'll be able to do whatever I want. Well, 25, and it's like all those years went by so fast, and there was times where I was doing good, and there was times where I was doing horrible. Um, I got through a lot of dark times in that time period, but one thing that I've noticed has grown over the years has been my just extreme self-awareness for every single thing. I overstress, I overthink about things that I probably shouldn't sometimes. I overstress, I overthink about things that I probably should sometimes. And a lot of people, there's a lot of people that in your life that you go through your life and they'll tell you, why are you overthinking this? Why are you overthinking that? Who gives a fuck? Stop overthinking. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. Sometimes that is a lot easier said than done. There's things in your life that you're just gonna care about. And I know that that's like a normal thing for every single human being. Everybody has things that they care about extremely and drastically in their life. But I just feel like I'm at a stage in my life now where I've become too self-aware of everything. Um, there'll be people I see on social media that are doing certain things, and my mind will instantly go, like, why would you ever put yourself in that situation? And then it just, my mind almost feels like sometimes it's so lonely. Like, I know so many people right now, but a lot of the people that I do know in life, I don't associate with every single one of them outside of like certain places. So it's like some people that I even know in life, I still know they do a lot of dumb shit. And I don't mean that to judge people, because I've made my fair share of mistakes time and time again. But it just feels like I'm at the point in my life now to where I really, really, really am taking life so seriously, mentally, spiritually, and like just with everything, because I used to take everything as a joke. Like, I had anger problems and nobody couldn't tell me nothing. I wanted to do what I was gonna do, and that's just changed so drastically. I got sober from alcohol a couple years ago, and from there it was just like it's like a stepping stone of, my mind was opened. I love to listen to people now. I love to listen to get advice. I love to know what works for them. I'm open to so many different things, but in a way, that door has closed my mind off to a lot of different things as well, because I don't like to do a lot of the same things I used to do. I'm so distanced from some social aspects that some people love, but I deem extremely toxic, like partying and just all types of things that people my age are doing. And it's not because, like I said, I'm trying to judge them, but sometimes I just feel like my brain is in such a different space. My existence is in such a different place, and it's like I don't even know what I want out of life per se. I mean, I know the base things, like peace and happiness and longevity. But I can't say what it is that I want per se, but I just know that essentially what I was doing in my early 20s, the things that I wasted my time doing, I know that's not what I want. And I want something far greater with my life. And a lot of the people that I know that I grew up with that were doing A, B, and C, it just I don't have no any connection to them nowadays. And that even goes into like the way that I see that I am attracted to people, like romantically. If there's a female that I like, there'll be things that before in the past I would find hilarious, like a female having OnlyFans or just something. I would think it's funny, but then I'd be like, oh, they're still hot. Now it's like my mind is so closed off on certain things. It's like one thing like that will make me shift a completely different way, because I my mind cannot fathom just this life nowadays that's just completely social media based. Like nobody talks anymore. People don't see each other. People don't really care about each other's feelings. They just care about what's on the screen, what they can do on social media, how much they can sell. Like there's so many females, there's so many guys, there's so many people that I used to know that I would never want to speak to again. And it's not out of like hate or resentment. It's just I'm so aware of what kind of person I really want to be now, and sometimes it's damaging to be too self-aware. It really is. And it's painful sometimes, because sometimes you feel so lonely when you feel this way. But one thing that I do know that I feel grateful about and blessed about is that I have heard other people say that they have felt the same way I have in the past, overthinking, being too self-aware. It probably would have drove me into a state of depression. Nowadays, it doesn't do that. It just makes me think more and more. It just makes me wonder how grand life can be if I am open to more possibilities, but also protective over my own energy. Like I don't know, it's like a question will lead to a question and it just never ends. A question will always have a question. And it's like, I love being open-minded. I love having my mind be so free, but also it being so guarded sometimes. It's not always fun. And I'm just, every single day of my life, I'm trying to find ways, by helping other people, by sharing my experiences, by just looking in the mirror and addressing myself every day. I'm just trying to find different ways every day to maybe broaden my horizon in life. But I know one thing is that I'm just too self-aware sometimes. I'm too self-aware of what damaged me in the past. I'm too self-aware of what I don't want to be doing. I'm too self-aware of how I am as a person. It's like those things before would never stop me from doing anything, because I would a lot of the times in the past I would be stupid. I wasn't protective over my energy in life. I wasn't protective over my peace and happiness. I would go out of my way for other people because I cared for people so much. And I still do that. But I can feel if people are genuine now more than I ever could. And it's like sometimes it just gets really lonely, man. At least it feels like it does. All I know is that all I know to do is take life one moment at a time.